Welcome to the next to last word. Today's topic: dismantling the MAGA cult. Trump gets news he feared the most. I feel like that one gets used a lot, and it never turns out to be true. Yes, they do uncover some dirty secrets of his, and some may have ruined other politicians, but not Trump. Like an evil, possessed Energizer bunny, he keeps on going. He does feel like the walls are closing in, evident in his Christmas Day marathon 150 posts on Truth Social, all hate posts. Even the ones where he was saying Merry Christmas just turned out to be the most deranged, and he ends it with enjoy what may be your last Merry Christmas. What are you doing? You do realize that you have some power over that, right? I worry about the MAGA followers who are consuming all the hate speech, especially when it's coming from the President of the United States. So I decided to look into it more deeply. We tend to throw around the whole cult word when we're talking about MAGA. I have researched the fascist angle, and they certainly are living up to the whole fascist ideology. The cult, most sociologists stop short of calling MAGA a cult because it's not religious. However, that's about the only thing that keeps it from being. In fact, you go on to look into it, and you need to treat it like a cult, whether or not it's technically a cult. They called it authoritarian cult of personality. How could it be dismantled? Well, that is the $1,000,000 question, isn't it? And it's not going to be easy, as you may have guessed. This is a tough one right here. Strengthening institutions. Cults thrive when mainstream institutions are distrusted. Restoring trust in media, courts, and elections is key. Ugh, right away I'm like, oh God. Well, here's the thing. Obviously, Trump has been working to make everyone distrust the media and elections. It's like this was tailor-made for him. And the courts, the Supreme Court, is in Trump's pocket. Well, what are we to do? I mean, how do we restore trust in media? The rest of them are a little more approachable. You need to promote exit ramps. Highlight stories of supporters who left, showing that disengagement is possible without shame. And that's something we can all help with. There are stories out there of people who have left the cult, and they're better for it, although convincing the other cultists is different. You need to reduce isolation, encourage cross-group dialogue, and exposure to diverse communities. We can isolate themselves completely. You don't have to watch liberal leftist media. And of course, Fox just reinforces all the negativities. That's just their niche. That's what they're found there, where the money is. And they're wringing every last ounce out of it. Here's a tough one, and this is one that I've been guilty of, and I'm going to have to stop. Avoid direct confrontation. Shaming or attacking members often deepens their commitment. Gentle questioning and empathy are more effective. That's hard, right? That's hard, especially when they're coming at you. Just some of my clickbaity titles that I've given videos, like how stupid do you have to be to still be a Republican? It's probably not what they're talking about here. What are you going to do? You know, it's your natural reaction is just to be like, what are you, stupid? But that is not helping, folks. And yes, I did find some hostility in the comments. There has been progress made, and it's mostly due to Trump himself making that progress for us, like the whole economy bit, where everybody's pretty clear on the idea that our economy has not gotten better, at least for the working man. Maybe it has for him and his investor friends. The stock market's been thriving, but for the average Joe going to the store, it's gotten no better. And his answer is, oh, yes, it has, though. He's just going to tell you, no, we're way better than we were a year ago when all the indicators are now. So that is helping. The economic anxiety thing is working against him now instead of for him. And it's tough. It is work. That's what I was thinking when I was writing this. This is going to require work, actual work, grassroots effort, because that's all we have at this point. MAGA is polluting all of our governmental institutions. So it's going to be up to us, the regular Joes. Reframing narratives. Replace the us versus them stories with inclusive narratives. Emphasize shared values. Yeah, Fox has already been working to divide us in that regard and referring to the Democrats as evil for years and years and years. So we're fighting an uphill battle. Shift from patriots versus traitors to neighbors solving problems. Cultural counter symbols. Cults often rely on powerful symbols, hats, slogans, flags. Sound familiar at all? Introducing alternative symbols, humor, art, satire, or grassroots rituals can weaken the monopoly of meaning. Parody and memes have historically weakened authoritarian imagery. So yeah, people like Jimmy Kimmel, prime example. And that's why Trump wanted to get him canned so badly. And I'm sure that hasn't gone away. That sort of thing. Guys like Kimmel, Stephen Colbert, they're helping a lot. The humor, for some reason, it weakens authoritarians completely. That's why those guys out protesting in the inflatable frog costumes, that speaks volumes. It speaks volumes in ways that words never could, right? Media ecosystem diversification. That's me. I am that. I am media ecosystem diversification. Encourage exposure to multiple perspectives through entertainment and pulp culture. Cross-pollination of narratives helps soften boundaries. I'm just a guy. I'm not some blowhard in a suit trying to speak down to you. The idea is that will resound a little more. I don't know if it has or not. I never will. Like, they're not going to tell me, oh, you changed my life. Hopefully when they go into their real life, that's when the effect will occur. It is important to remember what's up here. People in your family, friends, community, they don't need to know where you stand. And I know a lot of people are probably in that situation where everyone in their family is MAGA. Their friends are MAGA. The guys at work are MAGA. Community rituals. Cults thrive on belonging. Clubs, cultural festivals also provide a sense of identity without the authoritarian baggage. Psychological strategies. Now, this is more of the stuff people can implement in their daily lives a little more easily. Gentle questioning. This is a Socratic method. Ask open-ended questions that highlight contradictions. Encourages cognitive dissonance without triggering defensiveness. You can get them to kind of put two and two together themselves, and you're not just preaching. You're asking them to figure it out and address root grievances that could be a little more difficult. Economic anxiety and cultural displacement. You're going to be replaced by brown people. These guys coming over the border, no job, no money, they can barely speak the language, if at all. A lot of times they're not wearing shoes. They got like one set of clothes. And if that guy's going to take your job, I think the problem's with you. Normalize doubt. Cults stigmatize questioning. Celebrate curiosity and skepticism in education, media, and everyday conversation. And now that's one we can all do, right? Doubt becomes a strength rather than a betrayal. That's the message they have been getting regularly. And if you doubt the God King, then that's a betrayal, and you'll be ostracized by your community. And that's a big fear of cultists. So it's going to be about gradual exposure too. And that's something you probably don't want to hear, but it's true. Trump's done a lot of damage, and it's going to be a long way coming back. Small repeated exposures to diverse perspectives through friendships, media, or dialogue are more effective than sudden confrontations. And yeah, maybe you found yourself, yelling at somebody. What's wrong with you? Get your head out of your ass. That's not helping. That's not helping. It's got to be gradual. So avoid shaming. Going to be tough when people realize that they've been taken. It's not an easy thing. So frustrated. already with the state of affairs. And the, I got people calling me a simpleton in the comments and whatnot. Like, you have to rise above it to some extent. You can't just yell at them. Protect autonomy. That goes back to, let them decide. Ask them the questions, but leaving the decision up to them, because you're not going to get there just by telling them. And that's it. That's all. That's all you got to do. We'll be through it like that. Anyhow, like, comment, subscribe. Check out my shop. I am not monetized and I am poor. And take care.